Hey y'all, welcome to JD's Home Improvements here. I am just uh trying to get organized right now. This is just a nothing too much is going on, you know. You just got to do what you got to do to keep him the business and the ordeals of having your own business career and stuff. And right now, I'm just trying to mark off some stuff here in the office. I was gonna be on here about 6:30, but I didn't make it. Um, it was a long day today. I stayed busy most of the day and most of the ordeal. I was on here earlier, but I had to take a video down because it wasn't the best video. As you guys can see here, I have my JD's Home Improvement Savings envelope. And that I just store right here in this, you know, clipboard, business clipboard. And then outside, I have ladders and stuff. My phone number, if you guys want it, if you guys are interested, and if you have any work, my phone number is 813-497-3970. And then, of course, the, the thing that I go by on the business thing here. What I can do is take the computer outside and show you guys the tools that I use on a day-to-day basis, and which we'll do that here in a second. I am not going to put my business hat on. I'm just going to put my old and used hat on. But I'm going to go ahead and place you guys on a nightstand here in the office area, which is right here while I get up off the floor. Some of the other tools that I have are just basically right here. Some of the, day-to-day tools. But the main tools that I use are outside. Really, I'm not gonna put a hat on. Um, there ain't nothing to protect up there. So let's just take a walk out to the business shed. Show you the tools I got out there right quick. We did get some rain today, which isn't a bad ordeal because we need the rain. But every contractor, every handyman, every homeowner or anything has got like a step ladder, which mine is right there. And then you get a handsaw. Look at the size of that. So you get that, and then without getting cut up, without me cutting my hand up, see if I can get in here and get this other thing out right quick. Oh God, don't know if I can or not. Oh, so the other thing I got is a hammer. Every contractor, every little homeowner's got that. And then I got a caulk gun. Okay, I don't have any tuba caulking yet, but that's something that I gotta buy. But yeah, I got a ladder, which once again is right here. Just a little step ladder. Mainly just a little stuff. So nothing too big yet. And it just sucks that I gotta buy a lot of my other stuff. Like I gotta get another bigger ladder, so if I get painting jobs and I gotta get up high, I got a bigger ladder to climb. Gotta get my clothes out of the dryer. Had to do some laundry today. So, um, yeah, let me go grab my clothes and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and set you right here in the office anyway, office area. I don't have a desk yet, so you might be wondering why I'm sitting on the floor. Mainly because I don't have a desk yet. I'm working on getting one. But that all being said, let me go get my laundry. I'll be right back. All right. I got some more that I gotta grab. Just got a big bunch out of there. I got a little bit more left in there. And this is part of life where you gotta do laundry, get some work clothes washed. Where's my garbage pail? It's over here. All right, let me go get the other load. Oh, this gets tiring, y'all. And then you gotta fold all of it. Put it all away. Man. And then I got a business shirt that I wore the day before last. All right. All right. Now I got to get to folding. So pull that out, top drawer. Actually, I got bathing suits. This I wore when I got in a little kiddie pool. I had to sit in it because I could not swim. It wasn't too big to go swimming. So, oh, here's one of the business shirts. Here, I'll show you it. This is the one that I wore when I was in office, which is right here, where I'm at right now. Is in my office. But this is just what that says there. You get your, your whole business made, and then you can have everything and a working mechanism and a whole business ordeal. But every business ain't gonna be the same. Every job will be smaller and stuff like that. But when you have to when you have to do your laundry, fold it, and do this and do that other stuff, that it is really it's part of life, you know. You it is something that you have to do and realize that you're having to do it. But all these clothes I've wore doing landscaping. Like, I still do 2 yards of lawn care, but I'm pretty much retired. The only thing I'm not retired from is lawn care, and that I'm gonna tell you, straight up, I ain't retiring from that. From the handyman stuff. because there's gonna be some jobs that people are not gonna be able to do on their own anymore. So I'll just I'll be doing this, for a long time. Changing out light bulbs, fixing door hinges, replacing a screw if they're missing a screw, doorknobs, picture frames. You just got to think about what you're charging. But see, here's the thing with me, I don't charge, I just charge hourly for every little step that I do. And that's even what my sign says right above my office door here. I've shown it 3 or 4 times already, and I will show it again when I'm done folding laundry, just so that way you guys have an idea if you're trying to come as a business owner or trying to be your own. And this is a business shirt here as well. You can see that it's got paint and stuff on it. It's and then there's a lot of pants here that I've wore working and got paint on them. But like I say, every job's different. Not every job's gonna be the same. When you did lawn care or whatever, you're just doing the same yards over and over. That ain't gonna be like this. You know, you'll get different jobs in between certain times. And then you can make your business grow. That all uh, that'll all take time, and God will take care of you if you're trying to come up as a business owner, come as an entrepreneur. God will take care of that for you. You just got to tell Him and pray for it. That's what I've done, and He's gave something to me. He gave me a career. He gave me a sister. That I'm grateful for. I'm not gonna just. You know, there could be times that me and her have our ups and downs. Here's another shirt that's got paint on it. Right, you see it just a little bit of a hair. But like I say again, there's times that if you have siblings, you're gonna have your up and downs. You're gonna have attitudes with them and your siblings and stuff like that. But there's things in life that you got to take care of. You know, it's not easy to do what you're doing now if you have a business, and it's not. I can't complain about the business that I got. To be honest, I can talk about it, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just complain about it. Oh, I hate this. I hate doing this. I hate, because a job's a job. A business is a business. So there's things that you just can't complain about. Yeah, at times it's gonna be hot. Yeah, at times it's gonna be hot, and it'll be 100 and something, or it could be cold. You know, wintertime ain't gonna be so bad because it ain't gonna be that hot when you're working and painting and doing all this other stuff. And a lot of jobs can be outside. You could be helping somebody remodel. There could be a bunch of things that you're helping do. Like that was me. I helped remodel the church stuff. I think those pants had a little bit of paint on them. Yeah. So let me show you a bunch of these pants here. This one here that I'm getting ready to fold, it's got some paint. Uh, um, Even on the legs, you just can't see that until you actually wear them. The ones that I just put away, they have a lot more paint, and I got to refold them, so you'll get to see them. They're the same as Blue Mountains. I got a couple of them Blue Mountain pants. These are Blue Mountain and paint right there as well. So I'm just having to refold because I don't want them turning out wrinkly. I mean, they also don't have to be perfect because you're just going to wear them to work. But that's just me. I got to have my jeans folded, perfectly. That's another one of my business shirts. I got two of these. There was supposed to be 3, but only 2. Ain't a big deal. And then these pair don't have paint on them because I hardly ever wore these to work. But like I say, I can't complain within a business or a career or anything. But yes, there's times that I'm going to have to save money. I about fell. There's going to be times where you're going to have to save money if there's something that that you're needing badly. Like I'm thousands of dollars of items that you may need for work. I got a grocery list of items that really I don't have the money to buy yet. But it's long. It's like 13. You're talking I have 13 things on this item list that I gotta go and get. This is another business shirt here that's got paint on it. It got ruined big time. Just right there. Can't really see it because it's camoed. Got it all over the back of the shirt as well. I guess I leaned up against wet paint, you know. But a lot of these clothes, you can see the paint pretty darn well where I've painted and carried on. But of course, within carpenter work, you're gonna get dirty. You're gonna get paint on you, even if you're trying not to get paint on you. See, that's another pair there. See, boom. There's another pair there that's got paint on them, lightly colored here. That's just. But when you work and you do this stuff that that I do, there's good money in it. But there's things that you got to just buy and carry and carry on with. But it's not all that when you're trying and you're being a beginner. I will tell you that much. That another tank top that I wear with these nice shirts that I wear. Slide that right there. And then these are the socks that I wear for work. But see, I'm off tomorrow, so I get to relax and play video games all day long. I ain't got to get into nothing. I mean, yeah, I'll sit here and do paperwork, but than that, I don't got to go work. And that's a blessing when you ain't got to go into work or anything. You ain't got no jobs lined up. It's amazing because you can just do whatever you want to do. But there's times that you get your phone ringing off a hook and people wanting work done. And you just got to do it. And I got a customer that keeps me on my toes, you know, and I don't I appreciate it. I ain't gonna lie, because I do get paid, and there's a lot of people that keep you on your toes. They don't even want to pay you, but I have one that pays me pretty good, and I enjoy it. You know, it's a blessing when you got something like that you can keep an eye on, and just continue doing it for however long you want to do. But now that I got my clothes done, I can show you something else that I got in this office area. I got paperwork here. So on the YouTube lives, because it's not plugged in right now, but some days that I go live and you see me grabbing drinks out of it, it's a little mini fridge that I tell you guys that I have. So that's how small it is. It's just a little mini fridge. It comes with a little cord, and that just sits right here on my desk, which I don't. Yeah, I used to have it on this little desk. Let me see if I can pivot. So I used to have it up here, and I used to have my laptop on top of it, but everything started, getting clustered and falling off and hitting the floor. So now I'm on the floor, and someone in the family gonna give me a desk, and I'll be able to use it, and I'll be able to use this more often, be organized, and it's got like two drawers on it, nothing too big, nothing too what's that word I like to use, shabby. So I got some apple juice sitting here, so and then like I say, it's just nothing but a nice ordeal. I went through my phone yesterday. I can go ahead and show you this. I went through my phone on Facebook here, went through some pictures that I had, and to come find out on my business Facebook that I had some pictures that I didn't even realize I had up until my phone started blinging like crazy and click click and everything and making some funny noises. And so I come back on here and I look at this, and I got pictures of a lemonade stand that I built, everything, uh, and I just wanted to share these pictures with you if I can come on here and find it. I meant to come on here. I meant to come on here and share my y- live. You could do that. I could do my sharing on here, but I might do that tomorrow, first thing tomorrow, about 7:30. But I was gonna try to get on here. I had too much going on, to be honest. I was gonna get on here about you know um 6:30, and now it's 8 o'clock and 8:31. So it just flew above me. It flew. I wasn't really uh, thinking. All right, so photos is what I'm looking for, and I think it's in this column. Yeah, so what it looked like before when I built it was just like this. I did the frame. I stuck like I was trying to figure out. So if you see a piece of wood in like the middle of the frame, I was trying to figure out how I was going to go about um, putting a fence all the way around. So basically, what that looks like is the frame is right here. So that's what that looks like, um, and stuff like that. And then the other portion of the frame comes out right about there. If you guys, if it'll focus, it comes like that, and then you can see I got the ladder out, and stuff like that. And I didn't really level it, so it kind of looked like it was not even straight or even or anything like that. So, but then I got the two poles for the roof. I got that up with the ladder. They're sitting there with a drill on it, so I put those kind of together. This was way back when, and then I got the two. I laid two boards up across those long pieces, trying to figure out the roof. It was really coming along, and then I did the walls with just. And you might ask what that was made out of. I made it out of wooden pallets. Took a pry bar, pried up all the wood, and I started building stuff out of it. But if I was gonna do this again, I would make it better, bigger and wider, and probably get some hinges and make a gate to where you can open and close when you're coming out, like a door, you know, um, stuff like that. Um, and then this is also how it came out. Got the roof shaped out. I laid that across, put two each side, and it really come across. And then I got, yeah, it really come across. I got another picture there, and then I think I had a picture from the front side of the thing and the ordeals. But as far as I know, I don't have another photo in here. And that was about it. That was all that I built. That was the only project that I had built, what I just showed on here for that lemonade stand. and I didn't use a level or anything, so it was kind of like off, but you couldn't tell from a picture that it was off. But if you looked at it in person or whatever, you could really tell that it wasn't even made that well. But it just takes time to know what you're doing. But you might ask how I cut it, how I cut that out. That handsaw that I showed you in this YouTube live is what I actually cut the wood into shape with. And then I made a countertop, stuff like that. And then I stuck, I wish I would have had more pictures that I could have showed when it was finally done and stuff like that. And then I painted the thing and I painted those poles purple and I don't have it anymore. I kind of regret I had to burn it because I was getting tired of looking at it, but I kind of regret it because I could have made some side cash out here, but it's not it's not all that once you know what you're doing within business, careering, whatever it is. But you can catch me back tomorrow about 7:30. I will be back on here around that time. I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit before it got a little bit too late. And you guys have a wonderful week. And I will see you guys at 7:30 tomorrow. Peace. JD's Home Improvement out.